Assalamualaikum and good day to both panels, Dr. Khairul and Dr. Hanis. I, Nazifa Batrisyia Binti Mohamad Nizam, will be explaining my research proposal entitled Effects of Probiotic Consumption on Depression, Meta-Analysis. I will be explaining all the contents in this table content as shown on the screen. Depression is now a worldwide concern as the number of depression patients increase day by day. Depression can be defined as an emotion disorder which results through unhappiness and sadness. The problem becomes worsen when the stigma in society causes about 60% of depression patients did not seek for help to treat their depression. Patients will be given antidepressants to reduce their depression. However, some depression patients will experience bad effects. There are another alternative way by taking nutraceutical. The term nutraceutical can be defined as food that are necessary in preventing the causes of diseases and provide a potential therapy to manage the existing diseases. One of the examples of nutraceutical is probiotics. Probiotics is defined as live mechanism which, when administered in adequate amounts, confer a health benefit on the host, quoted by WHO 2002. In the emergence of technology, research found out that probiotics can be used as depression treatment, which caused by a process called gut-brain axis. According to research by Cryan et al. 2019, these two ways of communication between gut and brain are essential in interaction between gut microbiota and brain. The problem statement for this study is the findings from previous studies on the probiotic efficacy to treat depression are not consistent. The point of view among researchers are different, as some of them are agree and some of them are disagree. Gowling and Selznick 2021 agree by stating that probiotic microbes are able to alleviate the depression syndrome by a few of lactobacillus strains, while Nikolova et al. 2021 did not agree as they stated depression can be reduced with the addition of antidepressants, which means depression cannot be reduced with probiotic. Furthermore, their discovery is inconsistent as the clinical trials are difficult to be controlled. Next is literature review and LR table. Depression can be defined as an emotion disorder which results to unhappiness and sadness. It is common to say that the factors of depression are genetic and environmental. I found an interesting knowledge on depression is also can caused by gut microbiome such as Staphylococcus, Eggerichia, and Rhamnococcus. Now we move on to the next slide, which explains about probiotic effects. Probiotic is live mechanisms which, when administered in adequate amounts, will confer a health benefits on the host, which quoted by WHO 2002. These live mechanisms are beneficial to guts as an individual consumes probiotics such as supplements and dairy products. There are two main of gut microbiome strains, which are Lactobacillus and Bifidobacterium bifidum. Lastly, gut-brain axis, which can be referred to two ways of communication on between gut and brain, are essential in an interaction between gut microbiota and brain. This happens by the presence of psychobiotics, which is a group of probiotics that give impacts to the central nervous system, function, and behaviors, which is regulated by the gut-brain axis. This is LR table based on keyboard used to search for this study, which show 4 sources that uses different strain of probiotic microbes, probiotic dosage, and depression score in mean plus minus standard deviation of before and after consumption of probiotics. There are 2 research questions for this study, which are how effective the probiotics in alleviating depression syndrome, and which probiotic strain is better in reducing the depression syndrome. Next, the objectives in this study are to provide precise data which focuses on the significant effects of the probiotics on depression based on existing research, and to determine how different probiotic strains can give a significant health impact on depression. The significance of the study is to provide evidence that the consumption of probiotics can provide potential benefits for the individuals experiencing depression. Next is the method of study by using meta-analysis of randomized control trials RCT to indicate a notably decline in depression scale score, or the studied population of subjects. However, the probiotics resulting no significant changes between the treatment group and placebo group. Hence, the effectiveness of using probiotics is still needs to be studied for the future research purposes. There are several methods used for this study, which are search strategy by searching probiotics or prebiotics or lactobacillus or bifidobacterium, and depression or mental health or emotion on both databases such as PubMed and Google Scholar. Next method is statistical evaluation as score mean plus minus standard deviation used to determine the significance of data. If the probability lesser than 0.05 shows not significance. The third method is inclusion criteria as describing a randomized controlled trial RCT. A clinical cohort and controls, and the clinical cohort's intervention was the consumption of probiotics. Similar methods and scientific rating scales for depression. The scales were reported as mean plus minus standard deviations. Next method is exclusion criteria as no control group in the study. Publication contained findings that had already been published. Lastly, the Prisma checklist, which used to sort the journal or any references to choose the best journal that's specific related to the topic. The Gantt chart shows my progression of this research proposal within 14 weeks. That's all from me. Thank you and Assalamualaikum.